Have you ever done the wrong thing for the right reason? Okay, when I was a kid, I used to nick food from shops because I was hungry. We didn't have money and I needed to eat. Mortality is presented to us as black and white, but life often demands grey. And in the scheme of things, what's wrong with being a little grey? I call this one Over Coffee.
Who is right and who is wrong? In most aspects of existence, that's an easy question to answer. Your sister who took your clothes without asking is wrong. That massive corporation pumping oil into the ocean is wrong. But beyond that, it gets a little more complicated. That's probably why the judicial system was invented. What about when your sister says, "Well, you borrowed my top last week without asking, so it's only fair"? In that situation, that argument between you and your sister, who is actually right? And can someone be both right and wrong at the same time? For example... Hi, I'm sorry I'm late.
I expected nothing less.
Ha ha. Do you want a drink?
I don't have long.
So, no drink?
Can we just... How long are we going to be here for?
Sorry, I didn't realise.
What?
I sort of thought this would take as long as it takes.
I'll get us some coffees.
Sure. Thank you. Here we go. What? No comment on how much sugar I put in my coffee?
We're not together.
You always hated it.
It's not even coffee anymore.
But am I wrong?
Wrong?
Is there a right or wrong to how much sugar I put in my coffee?
Again, with the moral philosophy.
You always hated that too.
Because right and wrong is subjective.
Is it?
Everything's so black and white with you.
I posit you this.
Here we go.
Us breaking up. Right or wrong?
Does our relationship need to have a moral?
You're being evasive. You always do that.
And you always put 400 sugars in your coffee.
So we broke up because I have a sweet tooth?
We broke up because you weren't ready for a relationship.
Oh, we're doing this.
We can get into it.
Sure.
Do you want to go first, or...?
You never shared anything.
All right.
I always had to drag things out of you. I hate your mum. I hate my mum. I don't like bananas. You make me feel inadequate.
I never said that.
But you felt it, and you never shared that with me.
So we broke up because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
We broke up because all you did was hurt my feelings.
You're not making any sense.
And that, you always dismiss my emotions.
You had so many.
And you have none.
I love you.
You can't do that. You can't love bomb me every time I mention a problem. That's not how things get fixed.
Okay, well, you never introduced me to your friends.
You said they sounded pretentious.
And your parents hated me.
You hated them right back.
Because they treat you like shit.
That's not any of your business.
Is this why you wanted to meet me? So you could just have a go at me?
No, that's... I don't enjoy fighting with you.
I miss you.
I'm pregnant.
Right. Okay.
I know.
I'm not going to insult you by asking if it's mine.
Isn't that what you just did anyway?
Did you feel insulted?
Of course it's yours.
You never wanted kids.
I'm confused.
You want kids?
I don't know.
You never respected my need for space.
What?
You wanted to be together 24/7. You were needy and it drove me mad. I couldn't have a second alone. Every waking and even sleeping minute had to be spent with you. It was like our identities meshed into one, Raph and Scar. We were invited to things together. We had to do everything. Everything together. You made us into this singular entity. Our lives didn't exist outside of each other. My life didn't exist outside of you. Because you wouldn't let it.
That's not true.
It was like your life paused every time I left the house. You existed only for me, and I couldn't exist for myself. Remember when I hung out with the boys and you called me crying?
Because I missed you.
Because you're cripplingly insecure and you constantly thought I was cheating on you.
Well, maybe you made me feel that way.
Your ex made you feel that way and you projected it onto me. How are you meant to have a healthy relationship when you refuse to trust other people because someone, at some time, at some point in your life...
I might keep it.
The baby?
I don't know. I'm confused. I always thought I didn't want kids. I thought being pregnant was terrifying to me, and it is. Don't get me wrong, it's but it might be.
Right.
Maybe. It certainly doesn't feel wrong. Scary, yes, but not wrong. I thought it would feel wrong.
But neither of us wanted kids.
I know.
Then why are you telling me?
To give you the opportunity to be begrudgingly involved or knowingly uninvolved in whatever the next step is.
This isn't fair.
What do you mean?
You've given me hope, and I don't really know what to do with it now.
You don't want kids.
But it doesn't feel wrong.
What?
You're right. It doesn't feel wrong.
I know I'm not perfect. I know there's a lot I need to work on, and I'm trying.
Scarlett, I was lashing out.
But you were right.
There doesn't need to be a right or wrong.
Well, okay. Oil companies are wrong for pumping oil into the ocean. Or do you disagree?
Right, I know it's a weird obsession that you have. Also, I'm not answering that. But no one actually needs to be right. I was wrong. You were wrong. It's okay to be both and neither. Sometimes a statement isn't made to divide. It sometimes just is.
You were always a much better person than me.
That's not true.
You made me a better person. You like to hide it because you have a pride thing I never got. But you are. Deep down past this image you project to the world, you are a good person. You have a good heart that you've spent your whole life trying to protect because those who were meant to care for you only ever hurt you. You are good.
You're lying.
I love you.
Stop
Someone,
it.
probably your mother, told you that you're a bad person. Someone out there told you that you don't deserve to be loved, but I love you. With all my heart, I love you.
Scarlett.
You deserve to be loved. It is both right and your right.
I keep trying to forget you.
It would break my heart if you did.
What happens now?
I don't know.
Whatever comes next, whatever you decide, and whatever you allow me to be a part of, whatever right or wrong we make or do, you did the right thing here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, you could say that I'm right.
Shut up.
Over Coffee was written by Clara Mullen and performed by Felicity Bown and Tom Stanley. It was directed by Clara Mullen and produced by Heather Graham, with sound design by Ross Weston, effects editing by Ryan Ristick. Thank you for listening.